Welcome back to Success with Steven. My name is Steven Smith. On this channel, we discuss all things financial literacy. And today we're going to be talking about PayPal's LoanBuilder. It's a fixed term small business loan ranging from $5,000 to $100,000 for first time borrowers and up to $150,000 for repeat borrowers. And this does not require a PayPal business account. And I was approved for $52,000. And the best part about this is anyone can apply for this loan, even if you do not have a business. Now, this loan is backed by WebBank. It's a soft inquiry to apply, so you can apply without having to worry about taking a hard inquiry and impacting your credit score. And the funds can be transferred as soon as the next business day for applications approved by 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a business day. I'll be going over the approval criteria, data points, as well as step-by-step how you can get approved for this loan. This is an interest-free loan, but there is a one-time fee that we're going to discuss that can make this loan very, very high when it comes to borrowing, but we'll talk about some strategies with that. And you can decide if this loan is best suited for you or not. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. PayPal as a company doesn't need an introduction. We're all familiar with the service. So instead, I'll just tell you more about this particular product. Now, LoanBuilder is a PayPal service that offers short-term business loans, which are interest-free. But again, we'll talk about that later. With this loan, a borrower has to repay a predetermined fixed fee with the borrowed amount. LoanBuilder short-term loans are unique in that they offer weekly repayments instead of daily repayments, making it a competitive option for you in the market for short-term loans. Now, unlike PayPal working capital loans, which if you have a PayPal business account, you're going to log in and you'll see this offered to you. LoanBuilder loans do not require a PayPal business account in order for you to qualify. However, you don't need a business to get approved for this loan. You can actually apply as a sole proprietor. And when I take you through the steps of the application process, I'll then show you exactly how that works. So to apply for this loan, you must complete a 5 to 10 minute online questionnaire to determine if your business is eligible. However, you can submit this application as a sole prop, like I said before, and use your social, or you can use your business. Your application may take longer to complete if your identity cannot be automatically verified. So you definitely want to make sure you're putting in up-to-date information so this won't take longer than it needs to. Once the questionnaire is complete, you'll receive an estimated loan term. It can be customized by adjusting the loan amount and the duration to compare the cost of financing. And I took a screenshot of my estimate. When I first did this, it was $17,500. And after you submit the application, you'll receive a phone call from PayPal. It's going to be a representative that's just going to confirm your identity, the amount that you're requesting, and the reason that you're requesting the funds. Now, it is my recommendation when you're putting how much money you actually make annually, put how much you make annually, especially if you're doing this as a personal instead of business. If you do not, they might ask you for tax returns. So again, if you get a predetermined amount like I did of $17,500, once I actually linked my bank account and they saw how much money I had in it, it was increased to $52,000. So if you have a decent amount of money in your bank account, they will increase the amount that you have. If not, you will be pre-approved for the predetermined amount that you see when you do the estimate, which is good because then it won't require any additional documentation. But once again, if it did, you want to make sure to actually put what you make per year in case that happens. But if you stick with the predetermined amount, that is unlikely to occur. Trust me, this process is very easy. You don't need to make a lot of money to qualify. In fact, I'm going to tell you about the eligibility. It's really easy for anyone to qualify for this particular loan. But once you select your desired terms and complete your application, if approved, you will be prompted to electronically sign your contract, including bank instructions so that payments can be debited weekly from your business checking account, which if you, again, are using this as a sole prop, you can use your personal checking account. Now, I do want to make something very clear when it comes to this loan. If you are trying to use this as a personal expense loan, I don't recommend it. It will be too expensive, all right? You should not ever use this as a personal expense loan. Remember I said the LoanBuilder rates are a one-time fee. Well, we're going to break down exactly what that looks like. Now, I did this for my personal, I did this for my business, and I received a phone call. What I will say is that the rates themselves are cheaper when you use your business and not personal or sole prop. Okay. The rates are cheaper, but I want to give you what they gave me as a very high rate. I mean, it is extremely high, but I want you to understand what the difference is. Now, when I spoke with the PayPal representative on the phone, they broke down all the numbers for me. I could borrow anywhere between $5,000 and $52,000, but depending on how much you make, your income, how much you have in your bank account, you might be able to borrow up to $100,000 or even $150,000 if you are a repeat borrower. Now, these are going to be for terms of 17 weeks to 52 weeks. So you can only borrow this for up to 1 year. This is a short-term loan. It's supposed to be used for short-term business expenses. I asked him how much would it cost if I borrowed the maximum $52,000, and I was told that I would have to pay, there is no interest, but there would be a one-time fee of $14,040, which would be included with my loan. That came out to approximately $66,240 in total, which would be a repayment of $1,273.85 a week. That's 27 cents on every dollar borrowed, or you can simply call that an APR of 27%, which would be like the worst APR on a credit card. Okay. So I want you to understand that this is extremely, extremely high. So if you're using it as a personal expense, you're trying to consolidate debt, you're trying to take care of student loans, this is not for you. Now, here is where this can actually be used to make money. If you are a business owner and you're looking to actually make money, when I look to make money, I look for 3x, 4x, whatever the amount that I'm actually putting in. So if I spend $52,000, what I'm looking to make is somewhere between like $216,000, right? I want to make 4, 5, 10 times whatever it is that I actually had borrowed. So if you can actually do, let's say even 200%, where you make $108,000, and now you have to pay back the $52,000 minus the $14,040 or the $66,240, you'll make somewhere around $43,000 in profit. If you're someone that can figure out how to do that and you can feasibly pay this back weekly, then this might not be a bad idea for you if you needed money very quickly and in the short term. Because even if you pay this early, which you can, there's no prepayment penalties. Basically, the interest is already baked in. It's a one-time fee. Even if you pay it early or you pay it off weekly, it doesn't matter. You still end up paying the same amount. So there is no early payoff where it saves you anything. It's just immediately, this is what you're charged. Now, again, this is all based off of what type of business you have, the industry that you're in, and the plans for this money. If you have a plan to actually make money, then this can be a game changer, especially if you want to make something quick and things just happen fast and you have to jump on an opportunity that you know that you need to take. This may be a great tool for you. I do also want to mention that when I also did this on the business side, both times I talked to 2 different reps. On the business side, it was actually a little less. So it's not like the borrowing fees are going to always be as high as what I'm showing you here, but I want to show you what worst case scenario is. They actually say that the borrowing fee can be anywhere between I believe 2%, which seems very unlikely, all the way up to where we are here. I don't think that that's the case, but again, it depends on, I guess, what's going on with the economy, what's going on with, other things as far as whether or not they want to charge you this ridiculous amount. It all can vary. Your results may be different from my results. Your fee may be a lot less. The only thing that you can do is, apply, find out exactly what your rate is. But whatever the amount that they say is your one-time fee, you can figure this out by taking that amount, dividing it by the total amount that you're borrowing, and then multiply that times 100. That will tell you what your APR is essentially for borrowing this loan. Now, granted, this is actually a very easy loan to qualify for, and I believe that it's a very easy loan to qualify for because of the one-time fee that you're subjected to. So let's talk about how you can actually qualify for this loan. So this is the minimum eligibility requirements. You need to have a business that's at least 9 months in business. For example, if you are let's say a sole prop, then you just want to say that your business started 9 months ago. I recommend using just the 9-month time frame because you don't want to have any tax returns. You don't want to be able to say that you have any just in case that they ask. You wouldn't, right? If you have a business that's only been in business for 9 to let's say 10 months. That's my recommendation for the application. Now, your annual revenue has to at least be $33,300 or $2,775 a month. Okay, that is it. So that's very simple. Most people can qualify for this. It pulls from TransUnion. It is a soft inquiry until approval. PayPal does not disclose a specific minimum credit score, stating that the loan builder requires credit checks because the loan is based on a full picture of your business. But in the past, they actually did. The minimum score was 620, but there's no advertised minimum score now. So the thing is, if you have a TransUnion score that has, let's say, no derogatory marks and you're at like a 620, it's likely that you can qualify for this loan as long as you at least make $33,300 per year annually or $2,775 a month. That doesn't mean that you'll be able to get 52,000. You may only get 20,000 or 17,500 or 15,000. It depends on what happens when you link your bank account. All right. Linking your bank account doesn't make you ineligible. You already get pre-approved for a certain amount. Really, they link it to see how much more you can get. All right. So you'll have to discuss that with the PayPal representative once you are actually on the phone with them. But again, it's a very easy, simple process. They just ask you a few questions and then you're good to go. So let's apply. I'm going to go to the website and I'm going to walk you through all of the steps in order to get qualified for this loan. I can't walk you through the part of talking to a representative on the phone, but again, they only ask you a few questions, one to identify you, one to know the amount that you're requesting, and the third question is to figure out what are these funds being used for. Very simple, very easy. They submit that information to the underwriter. You should hear back the next day that you're approved. You can then sign your contract and then you're good to go. All right. Let's go on the website and go through the application. Currently, we're on the LoanBuilder PayPal business resource. And let's scroll down. I just want to touch on some of the FAQs that are at the bottom of the screen here. Can you use your credit or debit card? Because I didn't mention this. And no, you cannot do this. You can make a manual one-time payment from your business bank account. Now, which bank account can be used for setting up a one-time payment? You can set up a one-time payment using your existing repayment business bank account linked with your LoanBuilder loan account, or alternatively, you can also add a new business bank account to make a one-time payment. Now, my business loan account balance is less than the amount specified when I schedule my one-time payment. If you have an outstanding business loan balance and it's less than your scheduled one-time payment, your one-time payment will systematically adjust to ensure you do not overpay. If you made a manual payment using your business bank account through the LoanBuilder loan portal or with an agent over the phone, when will it post? That will actually post in 24 to 48 hours. Once posted, the payment will be credited towards your business loan's outstanding balance. And then, is the LoanBuilder loan available in all states? And it's not available in all states. It's not located in North Dakota or South Dakota. So just make sure that if you are in either of those states that you don't do the application, because you will not be able to. So when you're ready to apply, click on check eligibility. It's going to take you to the LoanBuilder questionnaire, and this is where you're going to enter your business name. You're going to enter your first name, your last name, your email address, the primary purpose of your loan, how did you hear about this product. You'll then agree and then hit continue. Once you enter that basic information, you'll then be asked to enter your home address, your city, your state, your zip code, and your phone number. Now, again, you want to use relevant information because if they cannot identify you, this process will just take longer. In the next step, you'll enter your business location. Now, if you're using your actual business, here's where I would enter your physical business address, your virtual address. If your home is your business address, then you can just check that your home is your business address. If you have an alternative business number, you'll want to use that. And if you have a business website, you'll want to enter that here as well. In step 4, you'll tell some information about your business. Like, are you doing business under a different name? You can say yes or no. If you say yes, you'll want to enter the different name. You'll also want to put whether you're a corporation, a LLC, partnership, If you're doing this under personal sole proprietorship, and then you would enter your total annual business income. You would then enter your business start date. Remember, I recommend just putting 9 months or 10 months, anything under 1 year. The number of employees, if it's a sole proprietor, it's just one. Then you'll enter your industry and then your sub industry. Now, on the last step, you're going to enter your date of birth, your social, your federal tax ID, if that's applicable. But right here, it lets you know, enter your social if the business is a sole proprietor or single owner LLC without a federal tax ID. So you can also have an LLC that's a single owner and just enter your social. That works perfectly fine too. You'll enter what percentage of business do you own. It should be 100%. Are you the controlling manager? Yes. You'll then hit I agree, I understand, and then you'll check eligibility. Now, I tried this a few different times. I did it under personal, I did it under business. Both times I was approved for $17,500. But again, I did notice that when I used my business, the rates that I was offered were actually better than on the personal. So if you have a business, you may not have to pay as much for that one-time fee, and maybe this will make more sense for you. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments if this was a great option for your short-term business use, or if you're currently using this now, or if you plan on doing it at all. I mean, again, you can get this, I would say, fairly easily. It's a lot easier than most business loans. However, this does have a very, very high rate, and you'll have to weigh your pros and cons and consider whether or not this makes sense for you and for your business. All right. Again, thank you so much for watching this video, and you have a wonderful day.